All right, good to go.
All right, welcome back everyone. For our first scrum today, we have Coach Legia and Letla from Bleach Esports. Let's start by hearing from both of you on your thoughts on the game.
Hello. Feel like today we were just off, but I don't know. But I think the score was closer than it looks. We lost a lot of key rounds, like a Sand Pistol. But other than that, I think, yeah, we just lost a few crucial rounds. Yep.
Coach.
Pretty embarrassing, I guess. Not the way we wanted it to be. At least put up like a better fight against a team like PRX. Obviously, we were not the favorites, and we thought we could win. Obviously, we didn't go with the mindset and let's just get the best out of the game, whatever. But yeah, our performance was very bad, like very awful actually. Yeah, he said like maybe if we win the pistol round, which was a 2v1, and we win the first gun round, the outcome could be a little bit better for us, but I think we just got outplayed. They individually way stronger than us. Strategically, I don't know if we could even show any strategies from us. They just interrupted our whole game, which is obviously PRX, and we kind of were prepared for it, but yeah, they just played way better than us. Not much to say.
All right, next question is for you, Coach. Walk us through your tactics on Ascent today. Your team stayed quite long on the default before starting to go for those rotations pretty much every round. Do you feel such defensive play style cramps the team's performance today? Uh, excuse me. When your team stormed DFM on the same map with a different approach last week.
I mean, it's a different mindset when you play as a player. If you play against DFM and against PRX, at the beginning of our focus was a little bit more towards the Sage. Like it's a bit uncommon agent. You don't really practice or play against him much. So we're like thinking a bit, maybe we should focus a bit against this wall, see where he's playing. But I think we were just afraid just because look, the problem is when you play against PRX, you always expect them to be like this. At 1 minute 35, there's something this guy is gonna push. He's not stupid as well. He's not a stupid player. He knows how to play the game, and every time you play against this team, your players will have that in their heads. And I played like I said, like from the beginning of the game, I don't want like to play too passive, too afraid. I want to go in their face. I don't want to show them too much respect, because in the end, that's what they want to have. They want this make the enemy afraid a little bit of pushes, and then at one point he will have a good timing when you take space somewhere. At 1 minute, you cannot like really rotate anymore that well. You cannot fake bomb sites really well. So at one point, you will play like their comfort zone. And today we played way too afraid. Maybe it's also my mistake that I said like we should focus a bit maybe for the Sage wall, which I think that in the timeout I said we shouldn't do it, and I think focus more towards middle and speed up the tempo a bit. I think we did that also in our first round after the timeout, and we did a faster B split. We took faster mid control, and I think it worked very well. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's just a huge mental thing playing against PRX. Just like by knowing how they play, people get afraid and too scary and want to get them, let them come into their crosshairs. But they are not a stupid team. They are smart players. They played on the highest level, and they know how to use that.
Right. Next question is for you, Ella. PRX came up with a new composition today. Do you feel that caught your team off guard on Ascent?
Yeah, I think it did, because during the first half of the game, we were just trying to adapt to what the Sage could do. And I think we put too much focus on that, like Nico said. So we were not actually playing like our own game, because we were thinking how to counter the Siege instead. So yeah, I think the slightly kept us off guard, Yeah.
Right. Follow-up question for you. Is there anything you think the team should further improve from today's game?
I think maybe communication. Yeah, because everyone on the team, me especially also included, our communication is not up to par, and sometimes we cannot really like understand each other, or we have many ideas in the same round. So it's very hard to go with the initial plan.
All right. Next one is for you, coach. You will next face CRX, the only undefeated Pacific team for the season so far. How will you approach this game to fight for a chance to qualify for playoffs?
I mean, it's gonna be the same. It's not like we don't work. It's not like we don't practice. We are changing our game plans so many times. We're changing our map pool so many times just because things don't work out in the official games, and it's gonna be the same. We will just try to work hard and hope for the best. I mean, what can I say? Like, if I look at our performance, we are like way far more behind from many teams here in this tournament. I think there is some teams that we could put up a fight on, but we are far away from beating teams like PRX, PRX, or whatever. So we just have to see what is the problem, really. Why do we not win the games? Do we have to have a different approach? But yeah, something has to change, and we just have to figure out what it is.
All right. Last question for you, Retla. How do you see the level of play at VCT Pacific so far? Is it more or less challenging than you initially expected?
I have not been playing at the highest level for 2 years already. So coming in, I have many things to catch up on. But my teammates around me, they always try to teach me more, help me, and boost my confidence up. And I'm slowly, learning. So hopefully I will keep improving. It might not be next week, but hopefully I will just keep improving as a player, as a person.
Right. That's all the questions we have for today. Thank you for joining. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.